Construction ongoing at Grand Bahamas' premier healthcare facility. Officers at the Labor Department undergoing a 2-day training. And millions prepare for World Day of Prayer.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Wolf-Farquharson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, major repairs underway at Grand Bahamas' premier healthcare facility. The nation's leader, along with the Minister of Health and other government officials, recently touring the Rand Memorial Hospital to get a first-hand view of the work taking place. Tonight, the Health Minister gives an update on the hospital and overall plans for the healthcare sector. Natalia Hall reports.
Construction is ongoing at the Rand Memorial Hospital. Minister of Health, the Honorable Dr. Dwayne Sands, says the contractor has given the assurance that work is winding down and the cafeteria should be completed before summer.
I think that'll be a wonderful addition to the services at the Rand Memorial Hospital. At that point, I think we can start with the expansion of the intensive care unit and the addition of additional clinical bed spaces.
A new state-of-the-art CT machine was recently installed at the hospital, offering additional services. The minister says they are looking to revamp clinical services on Grand Bahama.
At this stage, it's still very preliminary. So, as this economy improves, that it appears to be, we need to ensure that our healthcare services are adequate to meet what we anticipate to be an increased demand as people start to flock to Grand Bahama to look for work and to service new opportunities.
A new hospital has been in the pipeline for many years. A site was identified on East Sunrise Highway in Lucaya, but no physical work has been done. Well, the health minister says that plan has not been abandoned.
What we have to do is look at the business model to ensure that anything that we commit to is sustainable, affordable, and that it adds value as opposed to becoming an albatross around it next to the Bahamian taxpayer.
As it relates to national health insurance, he says the NHI team recently had an opportunity to brief the cabinet on their plans, and Bahamians should be proud of the work done so far.
They've consulted widely with businesses, with the trade union movement, with many different stakeholders. And their proposal, as presented, was, I believe, an excellent proposal. Now it is left for the Cabinet of the Bahamas to dissect and to consider critically their recommendations and make a determination as to how and when we should proceed.
Now, no date was given as to when Cabinet will make that decision. It's Halia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Switching gears now, the Water and Sewerage Corporation is continuing its national efforts to collect arrears from customers in islands around the country. Chairman Cyprian Gibson says the exercise in Abaco was recently completed and the process went well.
I think the very important message is that the water bill, as we have increased accountability and the collections, especially for persons who have allowed their water bills to lapse for many quarters. And we bill once a quarter, and in some instances, persons' bills are delayed 60 and 90 days. We are looking to push to increase that within 30 days.
Now he is encouraging customers to pay their bills on time as this helps the corporation to carry out the necessary repairs.
We have opportunities to work with customers. We are also offering discounts for those who have been off the system for a while, and that's up to 50% discounts for persons who have been off, depending on the individual basis. We're also simultaneously working on our water quality, and so systematically across the board, where we are actively addressing. So we need funds, of course, to run day-to-day operations and to continue to improve. And I'm sure customers over the years have seen the improvement in water quality in various areas. In Abaco, our well field in the north, we have improved that, and that's ongoing. In Treasure Key, some force mains and sewer improvements.
In other news, the Department of Labor is charged with identifying and regulating safety violations in the workplace. Officers of that department undergoing a 2-day training program recently that was facilitated by Pine Yard Seal. Megan Shepard has more.
4 officers from the Department of Labor undergoing a 2-day training program facilitated by Pine Yard Steel Technical Center. Assistant Director of Labor Janet Russell says that the training is essential because the department is charged with inspecting work environments across the island.
The officers were trained to identify hazardous environment that could cause injuries or accidents to employees or employers. All workplace environment need to take safety in the workplace very seriously. One of the Department of Labor function is to carry out inspections randomly and upon request, and to provide guidance to interested persons about ensuring safety environment.
President of Pine Yard Steel, Edney Anderson, emphasizing the need for higher standards and stricter regulations when it comes to ensuring the safety of employees. He says that workplace injuries can be extremely costly and could lead to serious injury or loss of life.
We saw fall protection, PPE, personal protection, hazardous material. We also cover road safety. A lot of patients are taking over on the wrong section of the road. It's a lot that needs to be done, but government has to put the laws in place that the officers could be properly equipped with the right tools, and laws has to be put in place that when patients are hurt on the job, companies are held responsible for these patients' health on the job, because there's too much strain on national insurance.
Participant from the Department of Labor, Tasha Bullard Hamilton, says that the training was timely.
We have had to recently go into Ocean Key where there's major construction taking place. And so with undertaking this course, we're now able to write reports that are in compliance with international standards. So for us, it was an awesome experience, and one that we hope to continue to build on so that we will be able to keep vigilant of what is happening in the workforce in the Bahamas.
Now, Russell adds that the department does conduct random inspections and also upon request. She is also calling for stricter regulations by the government.
While there is a Health and Safety Act in place in the Bahamas, more needs to be done to strengthen this law. Labor officers need to be given more power to shut down workplaces where persons are working in an unsafe environment.
Megan Shepard, SEDNS Network News.
In news from the crime beat, a Haitian national charged in Grand Bahamas Magistrate Court with illegal entry. According to reports, Cassandra Joseph was arraigned before Magistrate Charlton Smith on Monday and fined $300 or in default of payment served 2 months in the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. The fine was not paid and Joseph was turned over to the Royal Bahamas Police Force for due process. Now, reports indicate that this arrest was a joint operation dubbed Steady as It Goes, and this was conducted by the Immigration Department, the Royal Bahamas Police Force, as well as the Customs Department here on Grand Bahama. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There's more news right after the break.